when I went out to get the transplant from you, I realized that the amount of money that people charge in Turkey is so much less expensive than what it costs out here, to the point where you might as well go to Turkey. Even with the flight and the hotel, it's still going to be way cheaper than getting it done out here. Even if you're somebody with a lot of money, even if 10 grand, 20 grand isn't that much to you, it's still so much cheaper to go out there that I think it makes way more sense than doing it in America.
And Adam, very interesting is people sometimes think about Turkey, they go to Turkey because it's very cheap. It was 15 years ago, it was really like that. Where we began, where we tried to understand, where we try to show our results. People try to come first to try if it really works or not. But now we have a lot of patients, they come with private jets from China, from Japan.
So you're saying it's also the best?
It doesn't matter, from Dubai. They come with private jets. They stay for 2 nights and they pay what they have to pay and they go back. But now the quality is much more on the front than the price. But still,
the kind of capital.
Still, we don't change the prices that much.
Right.
We improve a lot. We improve the hotels. We improve the accommodations. We improve everything. We hire much more people. But still, we don't change the prices too much because we want that. Okay, it's aesthetic treatment. We want that everybody should have the chance to get back what they have in the past. That's the most one of the most different points on hair transplantation. We don't try to give something obvious or something very different. We try to give to the people what they have, what they show us on the pictures. But they have it in the past. So we try to give them back this. And
well, Turkey is now like the capital of the world for hair transplant, especially in Europe and everywhere.
Everybody knows it. There's all the jokes about Turkish hairlines and whatnot, like the pictures of the guys on the plane who've all had it done and everything.
But I see it also on Grammy, I think. They make like a joke about Turkey.
Oh, I didn't see it, but probably, everybody knows about it at this point,
But that's the thing. But I'll be honest, when I first went, when people said, oh, you're going to go to Turkey, I thought Hostel. You remember the movie Hostel? I thought, I'm going to Turkey. I'd never been to Turkey. I didn't know much background. I'm thinking, I'm going to end up at a place like that, at Hostel, and nobody's going to speak English, and what am I getting myself in for? But the experience was night and day. Like, I'll be honest, the clinics, especially your clinic, it's better than anything you'll find in Beverly Hills. The Beverly, I've seen, like, my wife's had her boobs done. It's like a little corridor. It's like an old dainty office, but he's one of the best doctors. But I'm there going, I don't know if I trust this place, from the outside. Now, going to yours, it's like stepping in. You remember the Jetsons? It was like stepping into the Jetsons. I'm like, this is unreal. The clinic is out of this world. And I think now people are seeing that going, hang on, I can go for a bit of a vacation. I'm looked after. People speak English. It's great environment, and the results that I'm getting. This is the most important. It's the result. The result. You find we can give a 5-star hotel. You can be very nice, but if you don't give him the result why he came before, it doesn't matter. But not just him, it's her as well now. Of course. That's the thing now. I'm noticing a lot of girls that are going, I can get my hair done. Like, again, my wife, she had 3 children, and like obviously most, a lot of ladies experience hair loss after, and then she's going, I'd like mine like lowered down a little bit now, and things like that. And it's not just a guy thing anymore. It's both. It's more and more ladies are more interested, because what we see is they are not happy with the corners, because if they pull it like back, they think the forehead is too high. And the name of the surgery has the special name, lowering of the forehead. Okay, what is it for the girls that I've heard? Tushi Cash had hers done, and she called it the Barbie hairline. Yeah, exactly. Similar, exactly. Basically, it just similar. She looks like a doll. It's called like lowering the hairline, lowering the forehead. This is now one of another reason for a hair transplantation. Okay. Yeah. What was the reason you got yours done? So Adam, you have 3, right? Can you explain from the one? How do you decide I want to? Well, okay, so I feel like I'm the best
test case for why going to Turkey is the best decision, because in 2012 in Long Beach, I ended up getting it done, and that's where they cut the strip out. I think I spent around $3,000, and it was good. It was successful. It got it done, but also very painful with the head in the background and everything. It was stapled closed. I think that was a terrible experience. But as far as the actual price and what I got done, it was okay. Then 2018, I ended up getting I think 15, and that first one I think I got 4,000 follicles.
Okay, that's good.
The second one I got 1,500 follicles, I think, maybe 2,000, but I did it in Beverly Hills, and we did the individual hair method. I think I spent $15,000, which was quite expensive. And then in comparison, when I was doing the math, yours, I got, I think 6,000 follicles done, if I remember correctly. And I think I don't want to say exactly, but I think it would have been about a couple $1,000 from your perspective. So by far, if I could go back in time, I would have gone to you in the first place. And I would have, if I needed to do it again, I would have done that. But instead of going under the knife 3 times, I really think I could have done it back in 2012 and then got it done by you afterwards, and that would have been good. I didn't need to get 3. I could have got 2. The one I got in the middle was the most expensive by far, and also like the smallest number of follicles. So yeah, from my perspective, it's a super easy decision. Go to Turkey. It doesn't matter. Yes, I know you're going to spend whatever, $1,000 or whatever on flights and hotel and everything like that, but the ultimate result was just so much better. That for sure, having done all 3 of these, I would go to Turkey anytime. If I needed to do it again in 5-6 years, however, I would end up going to Turkey for sure again.
When you had yours done here in America, did they cap you on how many you could do?
They were very, because at that time I would have wanted to get a lot more, and that's one thing in America is that they'll really try to get you to do less, which they didn't even want to do it in the first place, and I ended up having to say, like, I'm on camera all day, every day. Like, I have a real reason to want to do this. And they were like, okay. But yeah, I thought that was strange that they're trying to get me to do less.
He had his done, and they said it like 1,500 or 2,000, that's the max you can do. And then he had it done here, and he was like, wow, I can see, results like that. But then it's like, you want more. It's like, okay, well, if I have another 2,000, it's going to even better. That's another $15,000 all of a sudden.
That's one of the very important reasons. People asking why people traveling to Turkey, right? So I have very good friends in States. I mean, we meet in congresses and we speak about the techniques and everything. And they tell us, you're doing too much grafts in one session. And we tell them, you're doing too less. Because we have almost every day patients from United States who came for a second session. And I check their files. I check what they did. They get like 1,500 grafts, but the size of the hair loss the patient will be never satisfied with that, because everything is a mathematics. You calculate the size of the hair loss. You know how many grafts you have to transplant per centimeter square, that the human eye sees as a nice density, as a nice volume. And if you have the chance to do it in one time, this is a huge comfort for the patient. Instead of making every year or every 2 years a hair transplantation is not easy for the patients. This is a part of payment, a part of money, a part of expenses, everything. If you can give him 4,000, if it's, of course, is the donor eye, is everything okay? If you give him the 4,000 at once, instead of 3 times, this gives him 5 years advantage to get his final result. This is one of the biggest reasons people traveling to Turkey.
If you haven't checked out Everything 420 yet, you are definitely missing out. From glass gear to infused sweets, they've got one of the best lineups online. They ship fast, it's always discreet, and their app makes shopping too easy. The deals are always running, and you can use code NOJUMPER for a little bonus at checkout. Shout out Everything 420.